the books that we write, we carry with us all our lives in some ways, because we begin to write them from the moment that we're born, and everything that we do and all the experiences that we have, all the places we visit and all the conversations that we engage with, they all prepare us to write the stories that we write at some point, someday, in the future, whenever that might be. And these particular stories in Boats on Land, I think I've carried with me all of my life. You're so right. So many of the short stories in the collection carry shadows and ghosts of other stories that I've heard, that family or friends or neighbors have shared at some point, over some evening. And they've stayed with me, and they also in some ways belong collectively to all of us, because they are known stories where I come from. All of us, probably come from communities, families, where we have shared stories, where we all connect with certain stories, or we know certain stories, even the unsavory ones. So these are the stories that sort of belong to all of us. There are also stories that really shaped my experience of growing up in Shillong, the way that I sort of experienced this world where the ordinary and the extraordinary seemed to exist very easily, coexist very easily with each other. How, my grandmoms, the daily workers would come in and tell us stories about their, people from the village who have been whisked away by water fairies or by mischievous spirits of the forests. And they would tell us these stories with an absolutely sort of straight face that this is what happened. And so it was all of these various kinds of reality that sort of just jostled for space and just coexisted. And I thought, how do I capture that kind of very multi-layered reality? I can't write realist stories because they don't quite capture my experience of being in a place like Shillong, being in a place like Meghalaya. And so a lot of these stories are crafted around storytellers and folk tales and folklore.